Quote, "A good progeny awaits the pure. There is no effort of one endowed with good company, but bears fruit." Meaning of the quote. At its core, this quote highlights two powerful ideas. Purity gives rise to noble outcomes, whether in terms of actual descendants, children, creative work, or moral legacy. What emerges from a pure heart and mind is always elevated, worthy, and beneficial. Purity here does not imply perfection, but sincerity, selflessness, and clarity of purpose. Good company enhances the fruitfulness of effort. When an individual is surrounded by people of integrity, wisdom, and compassion, even small efforts tend to yield significant and positive results. The environment and influence of good companions amplify one's own virtues and discipline. So purity cultivates good seeds, and virtuous company ensures their successful growth. Spiritual perspective. From a spiritual lens, this quote touches upon universal laws of inner life, not tied to any specific tradition, but evident across philosophies of self-cultivation and transformation. Purity refers to an inner state of being free from greed, hatred, ego, and delusion. A person living in alignment with truth, compassion, and clarity emits an energy that shapes everything they touch. In this way, the progeny, whether actual children, creative projects, or their influence on the world, is a continuation of that inner state. The law of karma, or cause and effect, plays a role here. When one acts from a place of purity, their intentions and actions generate positive ripple effects, often beyond what is immediately visible. Good company in spiritual circles is often emphasized as essential. It's said that the people you surround yourself with act like mirrors. They reflect your flaws gently, inspire your potential, and support your transformation. Spiritual evolution happens not in isolation, but through relationships with noble individuals. In this sense, effort made in the presence of noble beings or uplifting company is infused with their power and grace, making success more likely. Scientific perspective. From modern science, several disciplines reinforce the truth of this quote. A. Genetics and epigenetics. A good progeny awaits the pure can be viewed through the lens of genetic inheritance and epigenetic influence. Scientific studies confirm that a parent's mental health, lifestyle, and emotional state affect the genetic expression in offspring. Healthy, conscious, and stable parents tend to give rise to children who are better equipped mentally and physically. This is not just biology, but also behavioral inheritance. Values, habits, emotional responses are passed on. B. Neuroscience and psychology. The quote about good company relates to social neurobiology. Humans are deeply influenced by the people around them. This is called social contagion. Emotions, motivation, and even ethics can be caught like a virus from those around us. Mirror neurons in the brain make us imitate the behavior of people we are emotionally connected to. So, when we surround ourselves with people who are wise, disciplined, and purposeful, our brain naturally begins to align with those traits. Studies in behavioral psychology show that people are significantly more likely to achieve goals, maintain discipline, and overcome adversity when they have positive social support. Let's bring this wisdom to life through a short story, a small story, parable style. Once in a quiet valley, there lived a humble potter. He was known for crafting beautiful clay pots, not because he used rare clay, but because he purified it thoroughly and shaped it with care. Every morning he would meditate, speak gently, and give thanks before touching his tools. Nearby lived another potter who mocked the first. He used shortcuts, harsh tools, and never cleaned his clay. His pots cracked quickly. Years passed. The first potter's apprentices became skilled, kind, and patient. They spread across the land, teaching others the art of mindful creation. The second potter's students copied his impatience and made brittle pots that no one wanted. One day, A traveler asked the first potter, "How did your students become so fine?" He smiled and said, "When the clay is pure, the pot holds water. When the company is good, every hand learns the craft." How this applies to everyday life. This quote is deeply relevant in today's fast-paced, influence-saturated world. Here's how it applies practically. A. Parenting and relationships. Children are shaped not just by what we say, but who we are. A parent with emotional clarity, kindness, and wisdom naturally raises children with resilience and empathy. Purity in parenting means cultivating emotional intelligence, not just enforcing rules. B. Work and career projects or businesses born out of ethical intention and clean motivation tend to build trust, longevity, and real value. Working with people of integrity, good company, leads to efficient collaboration, shared vision, and enduring success. C. Personal growth. Our internal progeny includes ideas, habits, creations, and legacies. When nurtured with sincerity and clear purpose, they thrive. Surrounding ourselves with positive mentors, friends, and communities accelerates growth. If we keep the company of the wise, we are less likely to fall into mediocrity or despair. D. Spiritual practice. Purity of intention makes spiritual practice meaningful. When we seek truth with a clear heart, insights naturally arise. Joining a community of seekers or people striving for growth multiplies the depth of any practice or path we take. This quote is a timeless reminder that both inner clarity and external influences shape our destiny. If we strive to purify our intentions and choose to walk with the wise, then what we produce, our children, our work, our legacy, will carry that purity forward into the world. The seed is shaped by its soil, and the fruit ripens by the light around it. Thank you for joining this exploration of wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into timeless truths. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every great idea begins with a strong foundation. See you in the next episode.